All right, pull up a crate. No, not that one. That one's wobbly. 10 years I've been sitting on wobbly crates. 10 years of sand in places sand should never be. 10 years of eating something I think is goat, but has the texture of a wineskin and the flavor of disappointment. My name is Demetrios, and I am so tired. For a decade, we've been throwing ourselves at the walls of Troy. We've fought heroes, we've fought nobodies, we even fought the river god because Achilles had a bad day. We've won battles, we've lost battles. The only thing that's changed is that we're all 10 years older, and our armor has more dents in it. The Trojans are still in their city. We're still out here eating questionable goat. So you can imagine my mood when we all get called to the command tent for a bold new strategy. The screen, which has been dark, flickers as if lit by lamplight in a military tent. Demetrios is a grizzled man with a permanently unimpressed expression, cleaning a bronze spearhead with a dirty rag. In walks Agamemnon, looking regal, Menelaus, looking pouty as usual, and behind them, Odysseus, with that look on his face. That smug, I've just had an idea so brilliant it's probably going to get us all killed look. I hate that look. He unrolls a scroll. There's a drawing on it. Of a horse. He clears his throat. "Gentlemen," he says, "we are going to build a giant wooden horse." Silence. Just the sound of the wind flapping the tent canvas. I look at my buddy Photios. Photios looks at me. His eyebrows have crawled up into his hairline. Odysseus continues, completely unbothered. "We will hide our best men inside the horse. The rest of the army will pack up the ships and pretend to sail away. We leave the horse on the beach as a votive offering to the gods for a safe journey home." I actually choked on my own spit. I couldn't help it. A little coughing fit. Odysseus glares at me. I put my hand up. Question. Odysseus sighs. "Yes, Demetrios?" "It's a two-parter," I say. Part 1. Are you out of your mind? Part 2. Do the Trojans strike you as the a giant, unsolicited wooden animal from our mortal enemies of 10 years? Let's bring it inside our impenetrable walls without asking any questions. Type? A few of the guys snickered. Odysseus's eye twitched. "It is a bold deception, Demetrios," he said, puffing out his chest. "A gift so grand they cannot refuse it, for fear of offending the gods." "It's a fire hazard with legs," I shot back. "They're gonna burn it, or chop it up, or just leave it on the beach to rot. This is, and I say this with all due respect, the single dumbest plan I have ever heard in my entire life." Demetrios, breaking the fourth wall. He gestures with his rag. "Seriously, can you believe this? This is the kind of strategic genius I had to put up with for a decade. If you think this is as insane as I do, go on. Like the video. Let me know I'm not the only sane one here. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel, because trust me, you'll want to hear how this particular train wreck unfolds." He shakes his head and turns back to his story. "So, of course, the generals loved it. It was complicated and weird and didn't involve them getting splinters. And guess who got volunteered to be one of the best men stuffed inside the thing? Let me tell you about the inside of that horse. It was dark. It smelled like pine sap and the unwashed armpits of 30 nervous heroes. I was crammed between a guy with a gas problem and Odysseus himself, who kept shushing us every time someone's armor creaked. We were in there for hours, just waiting. I remember whispering to him, "Hey, boss, you know what they're probably doing out there? They're probably getting a really big saw. Just a thought. He told me to have more faith. Faith! After 10 years. Then, the world starts moving. A lurching, rolling motion. We're being pulled. I can hear the Trojans shouting outside, arguing. One guy, I think his name was Laocoon, was screaming, "I fear the Greeks, even those bearing gifts." And I'm thinking, listen to that guy. That guy gets it. Thank the gods, a sensible Trojan. Then I hear some screaming, some gurgling sounds, and everyone outside suddenly agrees it's a great idea to bring the horse in. Apparently, some sea serpents ate the one sane man on their side. Our luck is never just good. It's always weird. He shakes his head in disbelief, a small smile playing on his lips. So they roll us into the city. Into the city. After a decade of trying to get over, under, or through their walls, we just get wheeled through the front door like a birthday present. And then the party starts. We can hear everything. The singing, the drinking, the victory speeches about how they finally beat us. The irony was so thick I could have choked on it. We're just sitting there, sweating in the dark, listening to them celebrate, praying nobody decides to use the horse as a table for their wine cups. Hours go by. The city finally gets quiet, drunkenly, blessedly quiet. Odysseus gives the signal. The hatch opens. Fresh, cool night air hits my face, and it was the best thing I've ever felt. We climb down, silent as ghosts, or as silent as 30 guys in bronze armor climbing out of a wooden horse can be. We open the gates, the real gates, and in pours our army, who had just been hiding their ships behind a nearby island. The rest was just noise and fire. It wasn't a battle, not really. It was a conclusion, an ugly, bloody conclusion. We won. Demetrios pauses, looking again with a weary, cynical expression. See? What did I tell you? 10 years of heroic charges and spear-throwing, and that's what did it. A hollow puppet filled with sweaty guys. If you appreciate hearing the real story from a soldier who was actually there, instead of some poet who makes it all sound glorious, do me a favor. Hit that like button one more time. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing, and it proves you value the grunt's perspective. He gives a slight nod and leans back, finishing his story. So, yeah, when you hear the bards sing about the glory of the Trojan horse, just remember Demetrios. Remember the guy inside, cramped and terrified, thinking to himself the whole time, "This is so stupid. There's no way this works." And I've never been happier to be wrong in my entire life. Now, pass that wine. I think I've earned it.